Back for another heating season with the Vogelzang vg5770. Still burning the same Green Team Platinum pellets from Lowe's. Gave this really good cleaning at the end of the season, so when I was ready to go, I was just turn it on. Hopper was a little less filled than that. I left the pellets in there from last year. They burned pretty well. I've been doing a little bit of an experiment so far. We've used it probably about 4 whole days this far into the heating season. The damper in the back, even in its fully closed position, it's still slightly open. I understand the science and the reasoning behind it and why it's designed that way. You need to have it that way. So what I do is when I first turn this on, start up, I leave it all the way closed. Let that little bit of air come in. I let it start up the flame. I let the room convection blower come on, right? So it's basically stabilized at that point. Then I open it just a little bit, probably maybe an 1/8 inch from completely closed, 1/2 inch tops. I'll let it run. It's about 1:45 right now. It just came on about 15 minutes ago. So I'll let it run like this till probably about 6, 7 o'clock. I'll try to take a peek at how it's looking inside the burn pot, and if I could determine where the pellet, how well it's burning. And then I'll usually open it up a little more. Every few hours, basically, I open it up a little more. It seems to be giving me a better burn and not killing me with the ash blowing up into passages. But I really don't get more than halfway. I mean, halfway is... I don't even think I touch halfway right now. So it seems to be working real well. My buildup is real low. I'm still shutting it off every 24 hours. Dumping the burn pot. Putting it back in. Starting it back up. You're supposed to wait till it's cool and everything. I'm really trying to get as much heat as I can out of this. So I've been using ply. I shut it off. I let it do its complete shutdown until all the fans stop. I'll give it another 5-10 minutes. I'll pop the door open. I'll sweep everything up. I got channel locks to grab the burn pot. I'll just run outside with it, clean it all out into a metal can I have out there, ash can, and I'll bring it back in, set it back in. One thing I did notice is that the burn pot has a slight bit of play front and back. Yesterday, when I did it, I set the burn pot to the front, and it created quite a decent smoke condition inside the burn pot, inside the burn chamber, excuse me. And I wasn't too happy with it. I had to actually had to touch the damper open to touch, and then the flame came on, burned the smoke out, and I put it back to close until it did its full startup. So if you set it all the way back, it seems to ignite a lot faster. So I didn't order any parts yet this year. I haven't been getting any error codes. One error code that I was getting last year was, I forget the number, but it was basically coming up that it wasn't getting hot enough for the room blower to come on, or the room blower wasn't coming on, and it was throwing a code. But if I turned it on and off real fast, the room blower would come on and it would be fine. Problem I had is because the way I have it set up here, the cord isn't long enough to reach my outlet, which is over in the corner there. So I have it set up with a little extension cord. And I think I was getting a little bit inferior on the amperage. It was pulling too much or something, so I actually changed it up. I went a little heavier. I kind of just I'm playing with it a little bit, and I'm seeing where we're getting. So far, no error codes. Everything's clean as a whistle. Again, that dryer lint brush I bought from Lowe's, I mentioned in one of my previous videos, definitely worth the money. It gets everything super, super clean inside as far as getting the ash that's stuck to the walls off and stuff. For the inside of the chamber, I like to use, I bought from Harbor Freight, the cheap set of wire brushes. They got a steel, a bronze, and a plastic in there. I usually take them, use them 2 plastic brushes. There's a long one and a shorter one that's more like a toothbrush. I like to use that to brush all the ash down, let it all fall down to the bottom, and I can suck it all out the bottom. I still got to get the vacuum up towards the top to try to suck off whatever I can that I can't reach with the brush, or that I'm just not catching it right. So it does a pretty good job. I'm just using for my vacuum shop vac, pellet stove vacuum. It's not really big. It's probably about as tall as that bag of pellets. It's a stainless steel can with a stainless steel lid. It's got a HEPA filter in it. The filters are kind of expensive. I think they're like $20 on Amazon. I can't find them in stores near me. I found them here and there, but they were still pretty much the same price by the time you order them from Amazon. I think you end up saving like $1 if you order from Amazon. So that's what I'm using. Seems to work for me. Again, like I said, the burn pot, my cleaning, I usually once a week I'll do a full shutdown and clean the inside of the burn chamber, just here where the flame is, and I'll take the burn pot out to my shop and I'll give it a nice good scraping with a hard scraper. I'll have a wire wheel attachment for my drill. I'll run the wire wheel in there, get it real nice and clean, smooth, and it seems to be working good. And about once a month, I'm actually shutting down, pulling the covers off, pulling the combustion fan motor off, and brushing it out and cleaning it. That seems to be what's working best for me. Everybody's going to be different. Depends on your length of the run of the pipe. If you're going vertical, horizontal, type of pipe you're using. My buddy has one. He's running a real short horizontal length right out the wall. He gets great combustion. He's got no issues with his stove. He can run that thing non-stop forever, it seems. I think that's the best bet with these pellet stoves so far. It appears that doing a short horizontal run right out the wall seems to be the best, most efficient way to have these burning. I have no choice but to go up where I am now through a chimney with a liner, and the liner stays pretty clean. I mean, there's a little bit of ash, but nothing that's restrictive at all. So, and I've never cleaned the chimney. I give it a little tap on the pipe down here. I hear some stuff fall down. I pull the clean out off on the bottom of my tee, vacuum it up, and it seems to be good. So, any questions, comments, concerns, comments, like, subscribe, and thanks for checking it out.